there, how are you? Okay, today I have got somebody you're connected into who's changed their mind, okay? They're looping their thoughts about you, they're thinking about you, you know, that sort of energy. They've got feelings for you that are still lingering that I really feel they thought they could get rid of. I feel this person thought the relationship ends, it's over, I'll move on. Okay, now the card that's come out, this one here that's crossing it though, is that they're dodging their feelings. I feel that you still feel this person in your energy. You're perfectly correct. Okay, you 100% right there, but they're dodging it. Okay, it's almost as if they are too afraid to make the move. I'm going to have a look today why. What's the challenge here? They're also, I feel, I've got to be honest, in a little bit of a comfort zone, okay? So for them to come back in and speak to you and for you to take it forward, there's going to be a tower moment, either on their side or your side, okay? So there's going to have to be some radical change here. I feel they're a little bit frightened to do that at the moment, almost like they're sitting back, okay? But they have definitely changed their mind. So if they said they never wanted to see you again, don't knock on my doorstep, anything along those lines, they don't mean it, or they don't mean it now. All right, so let's have a look. Let's see what challenges we've got. Why they sat, just like a little comfort blanket, you know, something they don't want to move away from, but they don't want to be there. Okay, there could be other people involved who've got too much to say within this energy. So let's have a look. Anyway, give these a shuffle. Main thing, are you okay? That's all that matters, if you're okay. And just remember who you are and how powerful you are and how lovely you are, okay? And if, just take that one. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of this video. Links are below in the description box. Everything's on the website. Go check it out. And thank you for all your support and all your comments. I do read all of my comments. And I send you so much love and a big hug, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is when you're watching this. Okay, let's look. I'm fine. That's it. That's what they're doing. So they're not over you. All right, this was the first card that came out. They're still not over you. You know, that they're just looping their thoughts. They can't get you out of their mind, okay? But they are suppressing their feelings, numbing their feelings, and pretending they're okay. Now, my intuition's telling me today that they're pretending they're okay because they don't want a tower moment. And by a tower moment, I mean everything just comes crumbling down. Sometimes if you go back to a relationship or have a reconciliation, it can mean that other environments have to end, okay? But this isn't just a little change, and I think they're hiding from it, okay? They're hiding from the fact that they're going to have to make this change. They're just completely numbing themselves. Anything else? Okay, overwhelmed, shut down, apathy. Yeah, they are. They're just totally hiding away. They've completely shut down. I don't really think they want to be where they are. In fact, I don't think they like it at all. But it's almost like they haven't got the energy left to do anything about it. It's almost like it's too little too late, okay? I feel that you and this person, honestly, from my heart and soul today, I feel that you had an opportunity to make something beautiful happen in your relationship, okay? And it didn't work out, but it should have worked out. And I also feel today very strongly that there was so much damage done. Either they hurt you or other people got involved, sides were picked. And this does cause damage, because then if you want to reconcile, then you just have all these other people who are kind of hanging around on the outskirts. Okay, last card, let's see. Falling for red flags. They ignored the warnings. Yeah, now this is interesting, because they're dodging doing anything about it because they've got themselves involved in a situation where there's a lot of drama as it is. Okay, so if there's drama now, if they contact you and tell them that they're not over you, they can't get you out of their head, that they're just wishing, do you know what they wish? They wish they'd never ever let you go. They have massively messed up here. They wish they had never let you go. And if they never come back or you never reconnect, I know today that that person will take that with them for the rest of their lives. That's how strong this is. This is a very, very strong energy, and it's such a shame. You know, it just makes my heart hurt, actually. So I've got hold of my stone here. I just feel it's really, really sad that it ended up like this. Right, what else is going on in their environment, please? So let's just take these cards. Let's have a look at this deck here. Just pop that down there for a second. Okay, what's going on? Why are they so stuck? What have they done? What have they got involved with? Who have they got involved with? Right. They've got involved with another person. Queen of Wands has come out in answer to my question. Could be a fire sign. Identified, say, more female energy. Okay. Definitely fire energy. Red flags were there. You know, the Queen of Wands is sometimes the femme fatale card for me. It's somebody who will reel somebody else in with the promise of all sorts. They're very charming, very sociable, very sexual, very classy, just that overwhelming, excitable energy, okay? But the red flags with the Queen of Wands, because we're going to read the red flags, because falling for red flags came out, it can talk of somebody who at their core, although they come across as this person, their seduction, let's use that word, whatever your ex got seduced by, their seduction turns out to be surface level, and it turns out to be false, and it's very much a selfish energy. So that Queen of Wands energy can be somebody with these red flags who turns out to go from the most exciting person in the party, just say as a party as an example, to somebody then who is very shallow, and they want to impose their views on the other person. Now, I feel that your ex has got empathy. Okay, they're quite a deep person. All right. Yep, they got lured in. All right, they fell for this person. They fell for they didn't see the red flags. But also, this is what this drama's about. That's where that tower I was getting right back at the beginning. So your ex leaves this situation. The Queen of Wands, in not a good energy, is just absolutely going to throw all her toys, or his toys, out of the pram. Okay, they'll just all be gone. They do not like to lose. They will also use friend groups and turn people against you, but specifically social groups. So just an example for you. Say you're a member of a club, I don't know, a golf club, tennis club, right? It's just an example. And the Queen of Wands energy is in there, but you decide you don't agree with her or him, and you've got your own thoughts and feelings on the matter. If they're not in a good aspected energy, they will turn other people against you or try to exclude you, okay? I feel your ex is frightened of being excluded from something, whether they won't have access to finances, children, property, job. I don't know exactly what it is, but there is something they are frightened of being excluded from. You see that, you know, the Queen of Wands can be just very bossy, draining. absolutely draining. You can say to a Queen of Wands energy, look, I don't want to do this. I don't really feel like that today. Why? But you must do. And I feel your ex has got themselves trapped in this. Okay? So they've gone from being charming, femme fatale, confident, you know, the life and soul of the party and all of that. And they came across as kind and loyal. And they are, until you cross them. And I think your ex is too scared to cross this person. Okay, I honestly think that's really the nutshell of today's energy. I think that is the challenge. It's a court card when I was asking the question, so it's a person. All right, and they're frightened to cross this person. Anything else on this person? Yeah, they feel they're stuck in, your ex is stuck in the Six of Swords energy in the reverse, so they haven't moved on. Okay, they're looking back at the past. They wished they'd never left you. They wished that you hadn't argued, and they regret the spiteful, horrible words that were said. Okay, and specifically, I'm just seeing when they walked away that the pain it caused you, and they just kept walking. Okay, it was as if they just shut down, like they just literally lost their soul. All right, now this Six of Swords, though, for me tells me that they are terrified of coming back, because they will be frying pan into fire. As much as they love you and they want you, they are pretending. They're wearing a mask. Okay, they're wearing a mask. But I can tell you what will happen with this eventually. They won't be able to wear it forever. Okay? They won't be able to wear it forever. They will get to a point where they don't actually care anymore. Yeah, bottom of the deck. What you don't see coming this summer, I feel it's June time, okay, is communication. All right, there will be some communication from this person. They're going to come back in and say, look, can we give it another go? And I think this person's genuine. I do think today this person is genuine. What else don't you know? Two of Cups, top of the deck. They love you. Yeah, they're going to come back in. You're the only person for this person, all right? You're the only person. Now, if this is what you want, just go to the end and visualise it. Ignore what's going on out here. It doesn't matter. Just trust me on that one. Trust me, it does not matter. Let go of the old story. Tell the story that you want. But from my point of view today, this person wants you. They love you. They feel you're compatible. You have an amazing connection. You're the only person they see eye to eye with. You're the only person that gets them. Okay? They messed up. They picked the wrong person. But you know, I feel that they'll have been unhappy for so long that by the time they do come back in the summer, and again, Two of Cups, I feel that's summer. Second week in July, I just heard that they'll never leave you again. They don't ever want to feel like this again. You know, look at them. They're overwhelmed, they're struggling, they've got apathy, they're having to pretend they're fine. That in itself is exhausting, trying to pretend you're okay. Okay, you can do it for so long. Some people can do it for a few years, but in the end it will catch up, okay? And they're still not over you. And we've got the Two of Cups. Okay? Somebody offered them something that they haven't played good on as well. Yeah, the situation your ex is in at the moment, the moon's come out. So they're terrified of pushing through. They can't see the way forward. You know that energy when you're just in the dark and you don't know what to do, so you just freeze and you do nothing. Okay, it won't last forever. I can see that. They will get out of this. They will make a move. But yeah, at the moment, there's a lot of anxiety surrounding them. Yeah, they're very anxious, Page of Cups, about sending that message. okay? Because underneath that is the Ten of Swords, and that's how they left you. In a lot of pain. You felt backstabbed, you felt left out, you felt at rock bottom. You never expected to go from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Swords with this person. Some people, you kind of sometimes know, don't you? But like with a narcissistic person, eventually, and it's not always easy, eventually you do see that it was a trauma bond and stuff like that. But sometimes these kind of relationships break down and people go on to be happily reconciled for the rest of their lives. And I feel it's more that energy. Okay, that for whatever reason your ex was tempted, they fell for it, they didn't see the red flags, and maybe it seemed exciting, okay, but they've got their karma now. Your ex is sat wallowing in their karma, okay, but I do feel very strongly that they will be back. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to turn again. I feel it's going to be another cycle for you both, but I feel it's going to be a lucky cycle, and I feel that the past will be left where it belongs, in the past here. Okay, so this might just be for one person today, but I do feel the past will be left in the past and lessons have been learned. Let's just quickly see what they'd like to say to you. I'm healing. I feel you even though we are apart. Yeah, that's it. They definitely do. They're still not over it. They're not over you at all. They never have been. I hide behind material things. There we go. Right back at the beginning, the comfort. There's something, like I said, a job or something, house, that is going to have to come crashing down for you two to rebuild this. Okay? Because that Queen of Wands energy is not someone who's going to let go without a fight. Okay, even when they're wrong, they have to win. Fire energy has more of a tendency to the ego anyway, and in a sort of ill-placed position, the Queen of Wands is quite brutal. The Queen of Wands won't back down. The Queen of Wands is right. They will have their say, and they don't give a damn who's listening. Whereas the Queen of Cups might be a little bit more manipulative. The Queen of Swords, yeah, Queen of Swords will have their say as well, but usually quietly, but it will still get to the person. But I always feel with the Queen of Wands, they're the sort that will just walk into a crowded room and there'll be a complete showdown. And that's why your ex, it has been slow coming in. There we go. Last card. I love you. All right. So I will leave it with you. Actually, no. Let me just get you. I don't know why. I've got my angel deck. What's that? Let's just have one. Angel of Positivity. Remain positive. You've been through these dark times. There is light at the end of the tunnel for you. Okay. Stay positive. Angel of New Beginnings. Okay. Now, this means you either have this, if this is what you want, or you go down a different timeline. Okay. Everything's already existing. You get to choose. But whatever happens for you this summer, it's going to be positive, okay? If you're feeling in a dark place now, I feel there's quite a few people at the moment. We had a snake year and we've got a horse year, but this year, I don't know, the last few weeks, it's all been a bit, hasn't it? Like a collective energy, I don't know. Leave it in the comments if anyone else is feeling this. It's not even particularly tarot related, just like the energy's just all a little bit, just feels very dense. Okay, keep going. All right, that new beginning, whatever you want, no one's saying you can't have anything. Whatever you want, it's coming. Okay, Angel of Positivity. So you've got angels around you, your guardian angel, your spirit team, to tell you just keep going. But you're going to walk into a beautiful time with your soulmate here. Okay. Now for me, the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. The Lovers is great, but the Two of Cups for me is always my special card. Always, always has been. So look after you. I love you very much. Take care. Speak soon. Bye.